Peace, love, and good vibes. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you again for joining me for another video. Welcome back, subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. And hello to my new subscribers. And to visitors, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. All right, so we've got a lot to cover and a lot to talk about. First off, let's talk about the earthquake that hit California this morning. It was like a 3.3 registered on the Richter scale, and it was at the center of Lenox, California, but it was felt in Los Angeles and Inglewood and maybe other parts of Southern California. So, what I find interesting is not the fact that California had an earthquake, because California is prone to earthquakes. So that's something that we all know. They have earthquakes regularly. But what was interesting about this is that last night on TV they brought on the movie San Andreas. So I'd seen the movie before, and I sat and I watched it again because I liked the movie. It was very informative movie, and it showed what could possibly actually happen if the San Andreas fault splits, or if they have a major earthquake in California. So I watch the movie, I go to bed, I wake up this morning to the news of an earthquake in California. So that's what I found interesting. Now, we all know that in Hollywood, they always tell us stories, and they bring out these movies that seem to always coincide with our reality or our physical um, lives that we live. So that's what I found interesting. And so now we're looking at the fact that this movie, I'm not saying that this had anything to do with anything, but I'm just thinking about that and I'm looking at that because I am a conspiracy theorist to some degree, and I like to look at things from a different perspective and outside the box, because I'm the type of person who doesn't believe in coincidences. So I don't believe in coincidences. I believe, look how that ball spin. Number 11. Now, I believe that everything happens for a reason. And maybe that for some reason this happened. And maybe it's kind of giving people a warning or a message, or sending a message, or giving them some type of perspective of what's possibly to come. So that's just something to ponder and something to think about with the earthquake that happened this morning. So now we don't really know if they are experiencing any aftershocks or if anything of that nature is happening or going on right now. So I'm just going to keep my ears open and stay posted to the news. Now, on to other news. In Florida, they have a big issue that's going on right now, and what could turn out to be a crisis out in Florida. So Governor DeSantis is asking people to evacuate immediately out there due to the fact that there is a hole in the water reservoir. That big tank that they always keep the water in. There's a hole there and it's about to leak. And if that actually bursts, or if that leak gets bigger, or that hole gets bigger, it's like, I think over 300 gallons or over 200 gallons of water that could flood Florida, flood that particular area. So Governor DeSantis is asking people within that area to evacuate. So yeah, there's a lot that's going on, and on top of that, we're still continuing to go through, still experiencing still experiencing a health crisis at that. So there's a lot happening, there's a lot going on, and now they're saying that those particular shots that people have been receiving with those doses that they have been giving out to people who have decided to take those shots. Now, with the variants that are out there, now they're not so sure whether or not they are protected against those variants with those shots. And also, I read yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, where the CDC is now reversing what a particular individual said about how those who have been vaccinated are not contagious. So it's a possibility that they are contagious. And I've read before where even if you do get the shot, you are still susceptible to the virus. So that's something to really think about. And it could end up that if you did get the shot, you could possibly have to continue to get those shots basically every year. So, but they are really focused on herd immunity, but at the same token and at the same time, I am not really fond of that at all. And I wanted to point out, yes, and it's about the toxic wastewater reservoir in Florida, and it's on the brink of collapsing. So Governor DeSantis is asking people to evacuate. Hundreds of families were ordered to evacuate after officials warned that the Piney Point Reservoir near Tampa Bay could be breached. And this is coming from NBC News. If you want to check out the article if you haven't already. So that's the information that I was trying to get, was where exactly in Florida this reservoir was on the brink of collapse, and it's in Tampa Bay. So if you are in that area, or if you know of someone who lives in that area, if you have not evacuated already, that's what you might want to make plans to do to keep yourself and your family safe. So back to the game. So that's the latest news so far. So I'm quite sure that probably before the day is through, there'll be more news to come, more news to talk about, interesting things. So that's what's going on right now on this Monday. Very, very busy Monday as far as news concerned, as far as news is concerned. And things of that nature. So, let's see. And I was trying to make sure that I stayed clear of the glare from the light. So this is the 11 ball. So, and I don't think I'm going to make it in this corner pocket, but the 11 ball didn't make it, but the cue ball did. So that's the latest news about the earthquake. Oh, and something else that I found that was interesting. Today, they brought on the movie The Purge on the Sci-Fi Channel. And I believe this was the first Purge movie. And it's funny how they're these movies, like, it makes you think. Like, I know some people don't take a whole lot of stock in it, and that's cool. But me, like I stated before, I always like to think outside of the box. So I'm hoping that if you don't think outside of the box, you'll start to kind of wonder and see what's going on from a different perspective. Instead of just sometimes just taking on the idea of, well, it is what it is. And of course, we know that a lot of people don't believe in conspiracy theories or believe in certain things. Some people feel as though, oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, it's nothing to really worry about. But I just wanted to say, it's nothing to really worry about, but just make yourselves aware and just make sure that when you are researching, educating yourselves, not just by listening to this video, but also doing your own research and realizing that things are changing. Certain things are just happening and going on within this realm, this time frame. So we just have to be vigilant and keep watch. And if you pray, then, stay prayed up. But just keep yourselves in the loop. Keep yourselves aware of what's happening and what's going on. And I am a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And that sometimes we need to look deeper into certain things. So just try to keep that in mind. And just enjoy your day, enjoy your life. Don't fear, don't worry, because in the end, things are going to work out, because what's going to happen is going to happen. And my biggest thing right now is to let everybody know not to fear. All right, football corner pocket. So, 8-ball corner. And if had that been a real game and I had an opponent, I would have lost. But just make sure that you're staying abreast to what's going on and what's happening. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Until next time, peace.